Good morning, KJ. Feeling silent today? Great. Inner peace is so precious that money cannot buy. The Dharma contentment arising from the inner peace is even more precious that money cannot buy. That's the first part of my topic today. Dhyana. Dhyana basically means inner peace, calm. You can say goodbye to all the distractions and disturbance of life, at least temporarily. You can sit quiet doing nothing, which is not a small thing. Maybe we can go through this dhyana, this Sanskrit dhyana. What it is dhyana. So if you go Wikipedia link here, dhyana in Buddhism is a component of training of the mind, commonly translated as meditation, to withdraw the mind from the automatic responses to sense impressions, burn up the defilements, and leading to a state of perfect equanimity and awareness. Sometimes, for our more experience is, are you calm? Are you peaceful now? That's a more kind of term in our experience instead of meditation, kind of too abstract. And equanimity, yes, beautiful word. Calmness, right? But for sure, dhyana has a deeper meaning. We have different levels of dhyanas. Withdraw the mind from automatic response to sense impressions. So you see, yesterday I talked about this stimulus and reaction circle. If you have pet like dog or cat, especially cat, they are very responsive to any stimulus. right? Because their senses are so sharp. Any stimulation, like a noise, a big sound, will scare them, or any sound that they are not familiar. They also will be very interested too, for sure. I have 3 cats, so sometimes, wow, they are so sensitive to any sound around them. Like a mower outside, a big sound, they feel like scared, and they will go into the room and stay more inside of the room to avoid that stimuli. You know, meditation is try to understand this part, our automatic responses or reactions to the sense impressions. Is to have a break from this stimuli and responses circle, to break it up, to break it, to have pause, to have that space of consciousness or awareness where we can see our patterns of thinking, reactions, labeling, judgments, emotional events too, right? It's really, really very, very important. Meditation is try to build up that power of observation. You're not ruled by the mind anymore. You're not ruled by the habitual thinking, thoughts, concepts, preferences anymore. You can step out of that automatic response to sense impressions circles. Sometimes it's vicious circle. Really, it's like a vicious circle, like rolling a snowball. It's bigger and bigger and bigger. So you know what I'm saying, right? Our 5 senses plus the 6th, the mind. Sometimes it's burden if we cannot cut through or break through this vicious circle of stimulus reaction, stimulus reaction, reaction stimulus. That's the dhyana part. You have that meditative stage of awareness between the sense impressions and you, the pure awareness. The pure awareness is established in the power or in the process of meditation. Like now, you are aware. That's the first thing and the only thing you can be 100% sure. Do you agree or no? There's only one thing in the world you can be sure. You can make a solid statement is that I am aware. Every other thing, you cannot make this solid statement because every other thing is changing. It's crazy. um, Dhyana is very, very important. You may read the page of the Dhyana too. I'm just maybe I will take a quick look here and find some interesting word to share maybe. So today I want to talk more about the first jhana. So meditation had different state of mind. Basically, we have 8 different meditative states. And if you can understand the first jhana, it helps you to understand the second, third, and up to the 8th. Again, I want you to have a total picture first, okay? Buddha's teaching is to use jhanas. Jhanas is not ultimate goal. It's a tool. Meditation is not an ultimate goal. It's not the final destination, okay? But meditative state is very helpful to reach wisdoms. You realize the wisdoms and you understand wisdoms like emptiness, non-self, oneness, non-duality. Okay, and all this realization of the wisdom needs jhanas. A wisdom without jhana is not stable. It's a dry wisdom. But jhanas only, meditation only, is not enough. A meditation without wisdom is a dead meditation. Do you follow? So that's my topic today, actually. We need to apply meditation and wisdom equally. Or in Sanskrit, we say we should apply Dhyana and the Vipassana equally. It's the highest, one of the highest teaching, okay? You know, Six Patriarch Huineng, the number one awakened being in the history of China, in the history of the Chinese awakening beings. So dated back to the 7th century, he got enlightened just by listening a verse in the Diamond Sutra, which belongs to Mahayana Buddhism, or more like a wisdom style Buddhism. He heard it just once and got enlightened, and went to the temples to practice for some years to deepen his understanding. So anyway, he is the only one that got enlightened by listening to one simple verse in the Sutra of Diamond, or Diamond Sutra. So he, after many years of practice and got enlightened and have his enlightenment deepened and deepened, he simplified, listen carefully, my dear Dharma friend, he simplified his teachings into 2 words or 4 characters, 定慧等持. If I translate it into English, is apply Dhyana and Vipassana equally. Or more in modern English, apply meditation and wisdom equally. Sorry, I just pause here. Gib has a sharing, clarifying erroneous views that distort realities. Natural oneness helps meditation to be more productive. Buddha said to make great vows to save sentient beings, to be successful at discovering truth. Clarify erroneous views that distort realities. Natural helps meditation. Yes. We are trying to, I agree with you, which we are trying to build up or have to establish the right view first. Make sense? If we don't have right view, everything followed, I mean, action, meditation, will be wrong, will not be authentic. That is how this clarifying erroneous views is important, or to establish the right view. Once you are on the right view, you will be more productive. Also, all your efforts will make sense. Otherwise, you're just against the Tao, or against the, away from the destination more and more. Buddha said to make great vows to save sentient beings to be successful at discovering truth. Yeah, that's why I bowed to Buddha. He saved me. I did feel his wisdom and compassion in his sutras. Thank you for your sharing. Yeah, it's really, because there's so many ways, there's so many choices, lineages, religions, cultures, schools. Sometimes we get lost. We really need authentic teaching with realized experience. That's why a living Buddha is so important. Even though we can find truth in the sutras, in the books, in the scriptures, but we need an experienced living being to talk it, to speak it out. Xu Yun, empty cloud, was a big influence on me. The book Chan and Zen Teaching by Charles Luke. Yeah. I think Charles Luke also translated, he translated a lot of sutras. I think one of it is the Sutra of Great Perfection. Yes, that's Charles Luke. He's really Bodhisattva, let's say, in our term, or awakened being, to try to spread the Buddha's teaching or any wisdoms, let's say. Xu Yun. Yeah, empty cloud. Empty cloud. So you mean the Xu Yun is who lives up to 109 years old, I think. Yeah, is a Zen master, like both in the late 20th century and early 21st century. Yeah. Great. You are so lucky. You're so lucky. How old are you now? 47. Great. That's a time of mature, becoming mature, you see. Yeah, so in our Chinese culture, we say 52天命. So when we arrived 50 years old, we understand the fate. Because we went to the college to study different majors, we fall in love, maybe you find that you have a child or children, so you experience a lot of things. We go to work, we find a family, we fall in love, and now it's time of awakening. what the purpose of life here, right? We just find a job, find a lady or husband or even gentleman to fall in love, to have some beautiful family and go to some vacations elsewhere, I mean, in the world. That's all. Sometimes that's the purpose of life. Are you satisfied with that answer? Family, job, vacation, some friends. That's all. And you should be. We need some luckiness to have a good family. To have good job, decent job, and go to vacation once or twice a year. We we need some luck to be you know to be in a good relationships and a good financial state. Let alone if you don't have this, I mean, divorce, suffering, sickness, unstability of finance, or after all these years of life, we now enter the awakening state. Anyway, so first jhana. In my understanding, once you can reach the first jhana plus wisdoms, then basically you're on the right path, on the authentic path. That's why I put the first jhana and its factors here. We can read together. The attainment of any jhanas comes about through a twofold process and development. On one side, the states obstructive to it, called it the factors of abandonment, have to be eliminated, or you remove the obstructions, right? On the other side of composing it, called the factors of possession, have to be acquired, or like inner peace, calm. To become inner peaceful and calm, we need, remove some distractions of life, disturbance of life. That's the two different perspectives. In the case of first jhana, the factors of abandonment are the 5 hindrances, and the factors of possession of 5 basic jhana factors. So beautiful, right? Both are alluded to in the standard formula for the first jhana, the opening phrase referring to the abandonment of the hindrances, and the subsequent portion enumerating the jhana factors. So, in the first jhana, we compose five attributes. First one, quite secluded from sense pleasures. You have no addiction to any sense pleasure. You're not alcoholic. You're not drug user. You don't achieve like pleasures from senses anymore. That's basic one. Second one, secluded from unwholesome state of mind. You have more tendency to be calm, happy, compassionate, kind, and so on. You're not pissed off very often. You may have still ups and downs, but you're You are secluded from the unwholesome states of mind. You can apply your thought. You are complete by the applied thought. So you can use the thought instead of thought using you. Sustained thought. You cannot use it once. You can also use it twice, second time, You can use your thought as much as you could, as much as you want, with rapture and happiness born of seclusion. In this chapter, we first discuss the five hindrances and their abandonment. Then we will investigate the jhana factors both individually and, by the way, their combined contribution. Okay, let's say that first jhana. So, five hindrances: sensual desire, ill will, sloth, and torpor, with restlessness and worry and doubt. Very good. These are the five obstructions or hindrances in the path of awakening. Sensual desire, we know that, for even addiction to chocolate should be abandoned here. Sensual desire, but once in a while you have a cup of coffee or whatever is fine. Ill will, of course, you won't have ill will to hurt, to revenge anymore. Sloth and torpor, that's one thing, laziness, right? You don't want to do it. You're so lazy. It's something. Your lack of the consistency, your lack of the yearnings to awaken, some sort of that thing, right? Then the restlessness and worry. Your mind is so restless, not stable. You're always distracted and disturbed by anything. I mean, in your life, your work, again, that stimulus and the reaction vicious circle. Doubt is one a big thing, actually. Most people don't believe it. Oh, what are you saying is true? Can I? They doubt not only themselves, but also they're not doubting the teaching of Buddha, but also doubt themselves too. Can I? No, you can. Try first. Okay. Jiba has some again sharing with the statement. The prerequisite to proper training is the dropping of body and mind, not giving rise to a single thought. I thought about it for a while and then eventually found oneness. Great. What I'm doing now with my meditation and manifestation intention is trying to become a Buddha for the Hebrews, they call their Buddha the Mashak. Sorry, my poor English. Great. Thank you. You're Bodhisattva now. If you can reach a meditative state without any single thought, of course, it's very encouraging. And you can drop in the body and mind, and it's very encouraging. But it's not absolutely necessary. That's my point of view here, okay? It's helpful, but it's not a must. Once you can enter the first jhana, you're fine. You have gap between each thought. In that thought, you can develop your inner stillness and calmness. And from that inner stillness and calmness, or dhyana, basically, you can arise and vipassana, or wisdom. Sometimes that state of mind without a single thought have some risky too. How can it means you have to enter it and get out of it, right? That means you're not consistent in the ultimate state. In our 24 times 7 life, you may have only 8 hours of sleep. You are in that state. You have no single thought. You drop your body and mind. But how about other 16 hours? The 16 hours you are thinking, I'm talking, I'm using my thought, you're listening, you're using your mind. There's no, it's helpful, but again, it's not necessary to drop the body mind. You can use your body mind to awaken. Why not? We are using the thought right now. It's our tool, right? We need tools. Thought is the gift of God. It's not burden, trust me. But sometimes it becomes burden because you don't know how to use it. I'm not talking about you. We don't know how to use it. That's all. Once you notice how to use it, once you notice you can drop your thought and emotions, you're totally fine. What I'm doing now is my meditation and manifestation intentions is trying to become a Buddha for the Hebrews. Great, thank you. That's a huge intention. It's bodhicitta. In Buddhism, we saw you try to help others to awaken, to reach the same state of body, mind, spirit harmony. Let's say, yeah. Sometime I sort of meditated dissatisfaction, this dissociation. Yes, I agree. We need that. We need that dissociation with the impulsive, compulsive, compulsive, negative, repetitive thoughts. That's the first step. Well, I agree. Sometimes when I feel my heart having compassion for lots of people or lots of causes, it makes me doubt if my heart is being authentic. I wonder how true love and unconditioned devotion comes to be. Uh, Thank you. Thank you for your heart, for your concerning, for your compassion for the people who are not awakened. But people can only listen to you when they're ready. That's a factor we need to pay attention to. You cannot force anyone who is not ready. If you force themselves, you are doing the opposite. So it depends two factors. First, you are awakened, and them or the other, the unawakened one, are willing to receive your teaching or guidance. You know, not everyone are ready, but when one is ready, you need the techniques to help him or her or it. You see, and this ability to awaken others is infinite. So we are the study of the ability to awaken others is infinite, is endless. Don't push yourself too hard to try to awaken others or help others. Sometimes people are not ready, and they're too much against the awakening, away from the awakening. So time will arrive for them, but try to help someone who are ready, who are willing to follow you, or encouraged you, or loved by you, cared by you. Yeah, we always have chance in ocean of suffering. Hey, help! Help! Hmm. Okay. Keep sharing. Keep your sharing. Thank you. And I will keep this reading. The abundance of the hindrance, sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry and doubt. You see, first jhana, we need abandon the five hindrances, because these five hindrances envelop the mind, hinder the mind, preventing meditative development in the two spheres of serenity and insight. You see, again, serenity and insight, or dhyana and the vipassana, or meditation and wisdom. So beautiful. Dhyana and vipassana is like two wings of ego. It's very good for beautiful. I like the ego, bold ego in the sky, blue sky. Even no flapping of his one wing of uh, meditation and one wing of wisdom. Soaring in the blue sky. Yeah, two wings. So we can dig into the first one, first hindrance of sensual desire. Five stands of sense pleasure, pleasant forms, sounds, smells, taste, and tangibles. It ranges from the subtle liking, like even the delicious food or even this coffee, from a subtle liking to powerful lust, say sex. You know, sexuality is one, could be a big problem, you know. The hindrance of ill will signifies aversion directed toward disagreeable persons or things, you know. You hate, you dislike, you revenge, you know, that sort of behavior and things and thoughts. It can vary in range from mild annoyance to overpowering hatred. Yes. So we always heard the three poisons. So these two hindrances actually apply to the two first poisons, greed and hate. Greed here is more pleasures, right? Starting from sensual pleasures. Sloth and torpor, two components: dullness, inertia, mental stiffness, drowsiness or indolence, laziness, right? You don't want you don't want to do anything. You just dull and inertia, you know. Or on the opposite, restlessness, worry. You think too much. You want to do this, want to do that. Your restlessness. Wow. Buddha's teaching is so beautiful, you see. Excitement, agitation, worry, you know, anxiety, worry for this will be happen, that will happen. Binary hindrance and doubt. Doubt is, or the opposite of doubt is faith or belief. At least certain level of intellectual belief or faith, and some level of faith and belief from your experience that, how to say, root, ground your intellectual understanding of, that's the opposite of doubt. But if you don't believe that thing will happen to you, it may not happen to you anymore. That's the, I believe the Buddha's teaching. I totally believe now because I realize his teaching was so true, is so true. If one person said 99 words or sentences, and all the 99 words and sentences are true, you may believe he's the 100 one too. Make sense? that's I have no doubt about Buddha's teaching anymore. Definitely 100% trust. Yeah, trust. Okay. Red heart, thank you. uh, Actually, the trust or faith or belief is the first stage. It's the first 10 stages, actually. So, again, I talk about these 52 stages from worldly person to fully enlightened Buddhahood. There's a 52 stages. And the first to the 10th is we can simplify as your belief, your faith to Buddha's teaching. You see? Or in other words, you have no doubt anymore. You just follow, and follow. Respect and respect and respect. You prostrate and prostrate. 100,000 prostrations in the Vajrayana Buddhism. It's a minimum requirement if you're a disciple of a master. That's a 100% trust for that master or Buddha. Make sense? I want to focus on more the factors of the first jhana. So make sure we are on the same page. I just paste here again. The factors of the first jhana we need develop. So we just talk about something we need drop, or we let go or abandon. Now we talk about something we need develop or attain. Very interesting. The first jhana possesses 5 component factors: applied thought, sustained thought, rapture, happiness, and one pointedness of mind. I want to say something. The concentration grows in force, duration, and prominence. Very, very beautiful. The concentration grows in force. It becomes stable and stable, more stable, and duration. You can use your concentration, you know, more time in terms of time, more and more in time. Prominence as a result of meditative exertion. So you are less distracted, you are less disturbed, you are more focused now, right? That's how you say goodbye to the 5 hindrances. And there's a beautiful sentence here. All the 3 events, the suppression of the hindrances, you can abandon the hindrances, the arising of counterpart sign, the attainment of access concentration take place at precisely the same moment. Very beautiful. Without interval. The abandonment of the hindrances and arising of the meditative state happens at the same time. You have no attention to the sense desires. Stiffness and torpor or laziness is abandoned through the exertion of energy. Agitation and worry is abandoned through devotion of peaceful things that cause no remorse anymore. So beautiful. So here goes on again, the one by one: applied thought, sustained thought, rapture, happiness, and one-pointedness. So I have been calling the mind of hindrance, of the mind of division, and the mind of purity, singularity, consciousness. Very beautiful. The mind can do different things, right? The mind is too, sometimes I give a metaphor. Our mind is two-bladed knife, you know? If you are not understanding mind, you cannot use it. Basically, it's cut yourself. Cut your fingers, you know. A knife can cut things, right? Can cut fruit, can cut apple, can cut meat, but sometimes cut our fingers, cut ourselves. So if we don't know how to use the mind, it damages us. So that's the, what you say, in the hindrance of mind division. It's that part. But we can also purify the mind, or manage the mind, use the mind to serve us, become pure, singularity, yes, pure awareness, pure consciousness. And use the exactly same mind to serve us instead of damage us, instead of hurt us. Also, the mind, when I say mind, it's the thoughts, reasoning, calculating, memorizing mind, plus emotions. So I call that the whole thing as a mind. So I'm going on. See, so we're still going on this five factors of the first jhana. Again, I want to stress out, once you can reach the first jhana, and do you keep studying spirituality or follow a master or watch any YouTube, you're stable. You don't lose yourself in the studyings anymore, in the following of master anymore, because now you can reach the first jhana. So first jhana is very, very critical tool or technique we can use to become fully enlightened or become fully awakened. First jhana is so important. It's it's definitely helpful if you can reach a state of mind with zero thought. But I'm not encouraging you to do that. If you can reach the first jhana, it's fine now. So keep doing this, keep doing this, keep learning, keep awakening, until one day you become fully enlightened or awakened. But first jhana is the basic, is the how to say, the basic requirement we need to reach. Hopefully I'm clear here. No first jhana, no wisdom. I can say that. You may have some understanding of wisdoms, but I call it dry wisdom because it's a wisdom without meditation or jhanas. First jhana is a must. It's like the starting point of marathon. If you have not reached the first jhana, you're just stretching and warming up before the real marathon. First jhana is the stepping line, the starting line, sorry, the starting line of the marathon. Basically, applied thought means you can make the mind, you can use the mind fully absorbed in the object you want to focus on, or you want to pay attention to. That's applied thought. You can direct your mind towards the object with full absorption. Makes sense? A revelation of oneness of some kind has to happen because it calls a person to the journey of enlightenment, which leads away from the timeline self or divisional self rooted in ignorance and to the truth. I agree. Very good. Thank you. Gib or Jib? Sorry. Gib, maybe. Yes, the highest realization is oneness, non-duality. That there's no difference between my awareness and your awareness. That's the first level. And there's no difference between my awareness and the contents in my awareness. Now, basically, everything is one. But this understanding is quite good, but we also need, like, if oneness, the realization of oneness or non-duality is like the zoom out process. You can zoom out, zoom out, zoom out to the edge of cosmos and see everything as one thing. But also, it doesn't. It means you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in very small or specific situations to see the details, yet don't lose your totality. So you can talk about anything. You can play piano, you can play guitar, you can play soccer, you can even talk about stressful news. Yet you are still one with the ultimate. Like having peak at the Dhammakaya or oneness body helps a person come full circle, so to speak. Yes. So I talk about this. There's a milestone in the awakening, in the process of awakening, is you shift your identity from person to presence. That's a milestone. Milestone means you cannot skip it. This thing, this stage of awakening, you cannot skip it. That's a qualification, a sign of awakening. You do not identify yourself as the limited body and mind anymore. You have a new identity of presence. You are present. You are aware. That's a huge. It's a quantum leap of consciousness. You see, it's a quantum leap. It's a big stride from person to presence. An incomprehensible, mysterious nature then in oneness. Yes, I call it the original ignorance. The primary ignorance is the split between the awareness and the contents awareness. Do you agree, my dear Dharma friend? This is really critical understanding. Once you are aware of something. Then there's a split between the awareness and the contents of awareness. That's the original place. I call this the primary ignorance. It's the original sin. I will even use some term in the Christianity. If you have this split between the subject and the object, then you suffer. We suffer. So if you don't have this original sin or primary ignorance, you are saved. You are salvated. You become free. So oneness, as you said, yes, that split leads to or leads in the wrong direction. It's originally the origin of suffering, because it's the origin of suffering. Also, it's the origin of happiness too. Once you see it, and you don't have that split anymore, you reach the origin of health, wealth, happiness, eternity, infinity. That's the place awakening take place. Now we are standing at the origin of life, actually. Fulfillment, yes. We are here to realize this. As a human being, we have this potential to unite the split. That's how precious we are. Yoga. We are originally a yogi. Everyone is a yogi originally. But a yogi may, lose its direction, as you said. The mind is very tricky. The will, we set the course of earth too. You mean the planet earth? The correction of the divide or the division, yes. The union of the division. And actually the division is an illusion. The division is a dreamlike, bubble-like, illusion-like state. So it's a original ignorance, the most primary ignorance. Yeah. The correction is happening in the union of the split. Actually, ultimately there's no division. Division is a wrong view. Is a illusion. The connective is going in the wrong direction too. Oh, trust me. I totally agree with you. The whole entire world is in the division. I mean, the second Buddha, we say the Padmasambhava, okay? The Padmasambhava Buddha, the Buddha, especially the highly respected in the Vajrayana Buddhism, in the Tibetan Buddhism, he said, once there's iron bird flying in the sky. Iron bird flying in the sky. Basically, it's plane, okay? Technology and science stuff. Once there is iron bird flying sky, it's the time of corruption. Do you follow? Prophecy. Yeah. All the educational system is teach you how to split your mind, how to split between the observer and observing, or observed, sorry, observer and observed. This split is enhanced, magnified, enforced from day one in the school, even before kindergarten. So it's very hard to unite them because we have done that for a long, long, long time. It's so hard to correct it back because we have go into the wrong path so long and it took a lot of effort to come back. Even after you decide to come back, it's so hard because we have went that wrong path for so long. We are away from the authentic teaching or the truth. They say the truth so far away. But with that being said, actually, if you realize the original split, then suddenly you become corrected. You have that right view. So that's called sudden enlightenment. Wow. You don't, once you notice that there's no split between you, the awareness, and the contents awareness, there's no split anymore, there's no division anymore, suddenly you're united. Takes no time, actually, takes no effort. That's called a sudden enlightenment. But later on, your mind will be covered again by the wrong view or by the wrong concepts or wrong understanding. Then it covers your, like the sky covers the blue sky, and you have to move that clouds again. Nearly covered. Okay. So in this process we call this gradual cultivation. It wouldn't so bad if they added some out of the box style teaching, but they don't want people being very smart. I agree. The healing of the split makes a person one with God. Yes, yes. The Dhammakaya never, leaves us. The God, the heaven, is right here and now. It all depends how you perceive. In Judaism, God's primary attribute is that God is one. Yes, I totally agree with you. If God makes humanity, then we are part of God, right? We are one with God. Yeah. Okay, my dear Gib or Jib, thank you. I think that's all for today. If it's okay with you. My kids have an early dismissal today. They're back, kind of noisy, playing some piano. Thank you for your sharing. I really appreciate it. I like hanging out. Have a good day. Now you're master. awaken some others too, I think, with your in your convenience. I mean, with your convenience. Thank you, thank you. See you maybe tomorrow. Thank you, thank you.